Hey there and welcome to Betty Lu Paperie. I'm Valerie and I am so glad that you're here. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you exactly how easy it is to book your stationery right on our website. But before we get started with that, I want to share with you everything that you get when you book with Betty Lu Paperie. First of all of our stationery is semi-custom. This means that the foundation of your design is already laid out. You get to see exactly what your stationery could look like. There's no guesswork involved and no waiting around for a mood board or concept sketches. And there's no uncertainty as to whether or not you're going to like the final result because you get to choose your look from our collection of 15 curated invitation suites. From there, all of our invitations are uniquely personalized to coordinate with your style. So that includes ink color options, envelope colors, print methods like digital, foil, and letterpress, options for single ply, double thick, and handmade paper, and things like custom monograms, venue drawings, and wedding crests. So I understand that every couple is unique, and my goal is to personalize your suite to match your specific needs. This is one of the reasons why I also offer high-end embellishment options. So that includes vellum wraps, wax seals, ribbon, vintage postage, things like that, all of which help to truly elevate your design and make it one of a kind. The result is that you get a luxury wedding invitation that's unique to you for less than the cost of fully custom stationery in half the amount of time and without all the uncertainty that you might experience with a fully custom stationery design. Through our booking process, you'll also be able to build your suite to suit your budget. Simply add everything you need to the cart to calculate the final cost. And then from there, you can add or remove anything that you see fit. So there's no waiting around for a quote and there's no guesswork involved in how much your suite will cost. Once you've added everything to your cart and booked your stationery, we will then start the process and work one-to-one together. So after we've received all wording from you and your guest addresses, we'll send over proofs within 5 business days or less. And then from there, we'll work one-on-one to make sure everything is perfect prior to printing. And my support does not stop there. When you receive your invitations, they'll be carefully packaged. If you decide to assemble and mail invitations on your own, then I'll include a full guide walking you through each step so you don't have to stress about it. I'll also send you a timeline and additional details for booking your day of stationery so you can have everything ready in advance of the big day. Plus, if your invitation suite includes a custom monogram, venue drawing, or a wedding crest, then I'll email the vector file to you within a week or two after you've received your invitations. You can use this file for things like custom koozies, napkins, stir sticks, you name it. All right, now that you know everything you'll get when booking with Betty Lu Paperie, let's get started on our virtual open house tour. All right, so here we are on the homepage, and I want to show you 2 additional pages that you might want to take a look at before booking your invitation suite, and that's our process page and our FAQs. So we'll start with the FAQs because this one's pretty self-explanatory, but this details everything that we offer, like save the dates, invitations, and day of stationery. A little bit more details about booking your stationery and our process, and then also if you have any questions, they might be down here under the FAQs, so like our turnaround time, when you should order, and all of that good stuff. Now on the process page, you'll find an in-depth look at our 3-step process, and then our printing processes, and you can click this plus icon for additional details. You also get to view a picture of each different print method, and then cardstock and paperweight options. We also have different paper colors like white and ivory, and then ink color options and our envelope selection as well. So all of that can be found on the process page. Now let's head back to our home page and I'll show you how you can book your stationery. So you can head on up to the shop tab and you can shop by collection, order a sample invitation box, view our save the dates, invitations, etc. Now my favorite way to shop is to shop by collection. So you could view all of our save the dates right here or our wedding invitations here. But when you shop by collection, it pulls up all of our different designs. And then once you find the design that you love, you can click on it and it will populate all of the matching products that go with this collection. So that's why this is my favorite way to shop, because I think one thing that most of my clients look for is having a cohesive wedding stationery suite from start to finish. So most of my couples want their invitations and programs and menus and place cards and wedding signs. They want all of that to match. And so this is my personal favorite way to shop because you can kind of visualize how everything could look for your wedding day. All right, so when you're booking your invitations, you'll see, or anything on our website, you'll see that there's a starting price down here at the bottom. So this is just the starting price. And then once you click on the item, you'll find more pricing details once you select your options. Before we do that, I want to show you that there are two different options for wedding invitations, and let me walk you through those two. So the first option is the most traditional option, and this is a wedding invitation with an RSVP. And this is a traditional RSVP that comes with an envelope and has your address on it. So for this option, the guest will write in all their details on the RSVP card. They will put it in the mail and mail it back to you. So the next option is the wedding invitation with an online RSVP. If you want your wedding guests to RSVP on your website, then this is the best option for you. Now, it does not include the RSVP envelope, but it's still beautiful. It's a little bit less expensive. It costs a little bit less than the wedding invitation, the traditional wedding invitation with an RSVP, but it really just depends on what your preferences are and how you want guests to RSVP with you. So we will go with this option right here. This is the option that most of my couples choose. Again, it's totally up to you what you decide. All right, so you'll see that starting price up here at the top. And once you scroll down, you can view all of our details about this invitation suite and what you get. You'll also find a link to download the guest address form. This is what we need to collect all of your guest names and addresses for your envelopes. All right, so once you select your options from this list, then the pricing will update. So let's start with maybe 100 invitations, letterpress printing on single ply paper with no details card. And once you've completed all of these different variable forms, then the pricing will update at the top. So as you can see, if you update anything here, so let's go with 125, again, the pricing is going to update right here at the top. All right, so let's bring this back down to letterpress 100. And then when you hit add to cart, a pop-up form will appear. This is where you can put all of your wedding invitation details and everything that you need for your card. So for example, you can select your paper color, your ink or foil color, and your envelope color here, as well as typing in all of your wedding details. Now, if you don't have your wedding details determined yet, then you can always just put like NA or TBD in the box, and I will circle around with you at a later time to collect your wording. The only thing that I will need is your wedding date, and that's just so that I know what date that you need everything in hand, and I can work backwards from there to collect your wording and make sure we get everything to you on time. Okay, so I've just added that to the cart, and I'm going to show you what the shopping cart looks like. So anytime you add something to your cart, you just hit this little shopping cart icon up here, and it will tell you how many items you have in your cart, and then if you click on it, it brings you to the checkout page. So in your shopping cart, the only thing we have right now are the wedding invitations and RSVPs, and it even details the selections that you made, such as 100 letterpress printing, single ply paper, and no details card. So from here, if you want to add any additional items, you can do that through the same process that we just went through. So you could shop by collection if you wanted to do that, or a lot of times most of my clients will add embellishments to their invitation suite. So let me walk you through that process. You'll click on the invitation embellishments page, and all of these different options will come up, like adding a venue illustration. A venue drawing can go on any one of our wedding collection suites. You can add envelope liners, a vellum wrap. We have options to add assembly to your invitation suite and even vintage postage and mailing. So from here, this is where you'll view all of our different embellishment options. Now let's just keep it simple and say that we just wanted to add some envelope liners. So you can view all of our different envelope liners here, and you can scroll through the pictures here to see all of the different options available. And again, the pricing is going to be right here at the top. And then when you select your quantity, it's going to update the pricing. So let's say 100, and then we'll hit the add to cart. From here, that same pop-up form is going to appear, and you can choose from this drop-down menu. Let's say we want to go with this botanical option, and we will hit add to cart. All right, so that was just added to the cart. And now once you head to your shopping cart, you can see that you have 2 items in your cart, the wedding invitations and the envelope liners. The total is going to come up here at the bottom. If there's anything that you want to remove, you can do so by clicking this X icon right here. All right, so hopefully that has been helpful for you. I cannot wait to work with you. And of course, if you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to reach out.